You're and welcome to the random stream number 10. This is your boy Perf Minded. Welcome, welcome. If you're checking out the replay, definitely hit that like button. The first time you ever hear one of these streams, hit that subscribe button. Got a bunch of content on the channel and still coming. Let me bring my boy LB in here. Yo,
What up? What up? What up?
what's up? This a fucking long ass day. Everybody streaming and shit.
Man,
Back to back to streams. I'm tired.
bruh, all day thing, man. Oh, I've been streaming practically since like 3:30.
Yeah, those young bulls is funny as hell. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, man. Everybody and their mama streaming about this Snyder cut.
Bro, literally on my feed, it's just like starter cut, starter cut, starter cut. I was like, bro, this the last time I'm giving this shit like, cause like I'm over it already.
Yeah, you know how it go, bruh.
Yeah. But for those that just hopping in or about to hop in, you know what I'm saying, hit that like button. Check out the links in the description below. Other ways that you can support the channel: Teespring, Cash App, Streamlabs, but super chats are available. Um, so random stream, we're just gonna most likely just talk about the Snyder Cut. Seems to be the bigger topic, and then you can see where it goes from there. I know PB is supposed to come in here any minute now. Uh, Yeah, K Dot should be coming later. I know he's in the stream now. I was just in, so yeah, it's been a crazy week. Definitely for these Snyder fans. They supposedly got to win, but uh, I don't know if you could consider this a W just yet because we didn't get that. We nobody has seen this product yet.
You know how the internet does, my man.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem with just most things in general, because like social media just hypes everything up and just kind of it's just it's and it's crazy because I really wonder if like these so-called Snyder fans or are going to keep the same energy when these new DC movies come out. Like why just only be excited about this one old movie that has nothing to do with anything that's going to be happening for going forward with the new direction that DC is going. So it's like it's weird. It's weird to me.
Yeah, man. Oh, whatever, man. I mean, I just don't care. Like, really. Like like, I mean, like I streamed earlier for it, but like I was gonna change that into like how I was streaming later on. He was just randomly talking about stuff, but
Hmm.
people were making all this noise outside, so it's like I cut it
Yeah.
and came back to it. But like, yeah, man, I really don't care. Like honestly, I'm gonna watch it, but it's like it's whatever, man. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like,
I think a lot of it's just a lot of fake hype though. Like it's just a lot of people just join that bandwagon just because it was a popular thing to do.
yeah,
And and those numbers are really going to show like how much people have been streaming this. Like, is it going to do millions of streams? Like, I doubt it. It'll probably get like a couple. Like, it'll probably get 2 billion at least, or a bit like somewhere around that ballpark. But I don't think. I think by the time it comes out, like people are just not going to care about that. Like until there'll definitely be the people that were hyping it up that are going to care about it. But I think majority of people don't really care about it. Like the mainstream people that just like there's a lot of people that don't even know what the hell the Snyder Cut is and whatnot, and it's such a small group of people. I don't think people realize that.
yeah. I mean, um, honestly, like it's not even a top. I'm looking at trending topics for Google. It's not even a top five, top 10 trending topic.
Yeah.
Like it's not that major. Like
Mhm.
if it was something that was crossing over like to the general audience, it would be like 100K plus searches. But like for Google today, it's only at 50K. Like
Right.
it's a big thing, I would say, amongst the core fan base in YouTube. But like in the grand scheme of thing, ain't nothing major.
Right. And it's just man. I'm always gonna keep saying it's like they better hope that like this shit is amazing, top tier, high level type of film or wherever the fuck we're about to get with this rollout for the Snyder cut or you know Zack Snyder's Justice League because it's like now y'all have hyped this up to the moon. It better live up and deliver now. And if it doesn't, every single one of y'all are getting roasted every day until 2022.
I mean, for me, bro, and that's probably why I'm going to do a live watch along. So
Hmm.
like you could see my reaction like the first time I'm watching it.
Oh
So it's
yeah.
like, you
You,
know, you
you-
can't
you're
turn
de-
around, huh?
Nah, so you're definitely not gonna be the first one to do that either. So like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot of people that are gonna do that.
No, the reason why I'm going to do it is so you can't turn around and say, okay, I'm following a bandwagon if, or I'm just trying to pile on if it's trash, or you know what I'm saying. Like you see
Yeah,
how I'm reacting immediately, so like I got the evidence.
right. And
But
that's all. Like, I feel like that's all people do with movies nowadays. Just like whatever is the popular crowd, whatever, and whatever they go with, whether it be like Star Wars related, Marvel related, like they just go with their opinion without even getting their own opinion about it or something like that. Like, and they just want to follow and just be sheep. It's just like I think that's what kind of hurts movies nowadays. It's just like everybody got to pick a side with a movie and stuff, and it's kind of whack.
mm, mm. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Landon. I see him in the building. King Sloan, Theo Math. Appreciate y'all popping up.
What's up, homies? What's up, people? Yeah, man. Um, I mean, like, I mean, direct, like, honestly, like, man, like, I mean, we talked about it earlier, man. It's just like this ain't a real deal director's cut. This is
Yeah,
this is him cheating, man.
but but don't let them the Snyder fans hear you saying, "I'm like, oh, you're just a hate." It's just like why is it that like we can't critique anything? We're automatically labeled as haters. Like it's just when I'm talking about this or like you're talking about it, we just using logic. Like none of this shit like this movie. Yeah, like I'm all for Zack Snyder getting his vision out, but like there's tons of like directors that don't get their shit out at all. And what makes him so special that he gets his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it just logically speaking, like it doesn't do anything for the future of the DCEU like films or anything. It's just regardless if it's good or not, like it's a movie that doesn't matter.
right. So, like, say for example, he does the movie, he teases Dark Side at the end. Like, okay, what's the point of it?
Yeah, he's not gonna be you're not gonna see that dark side ever again. Like
Yeah, it's like what y'all gonna do? Like, you're doing this for nothing.
and there's
And
some
it's
people that think that they're gonna bring back like Ben Affleck. No, Ben Affleck is done. Like most like people that are not a part of like the DCU and when they're done, like Cyborg done. That's
right.
all done.
Like, didn't y'all see Ben Affleck in Justice League, bruh? He was done
Right.
in that movie.
He was fed up. Yeah, back problems and all that.
It's like, man, like, um, and like, people. That's what people do, man. Like, if you don't agree, you're a hater. It's like, bruh, I paid to rent Man of Steel. I paid a ticket, a matinee ticket to go watch BVS. I paid to rent, um, I paid to rent, what's it called? Justice League. I
Hmm.
bought. I don't remember which DC Blu-ray I bought, but it was either Justice. It was either Justice League or BVS the Ultimate Cut. But I bought one of them for somebody for a Christmas present. Like I rented Wonder Woman. I rented Aquaman. I put my money in, bruh. So I got the
Right.
right to critique this stuff.
Right.
Like it's not like I ain't seen none of these movies and I'm just like, F them movies, bruh. Like that's hating. Like that's what some of these YouTube content creators do. They ain't seen it and they're trashing stuff. Like ain't seen
Right.
none of it and they trash. That's hating. Me? No,
Right.
ain't no hate behind it,
So,
bruh.
salute to Mike. I see him in the chat. I appreciate you popping up. But yeah, it's just crazy because it's like, it's it's stuff like this that does like I'll bring it back to the whole movie experience. Like it just all this like division within like fandoms. It's just it makes movies kind of whack. Like nobody really enjoys nothing anymore. It's just everything's got to be SJW. Everything's got to be woke, and it just really makes movies whack. And it's why I keep telling like, yo, TV's just been killing like because movies. I don't know what it is about like just the film industry. Like they just obviously they just go with whatever's trending. That's nothing nothing new. They've always been doing that to kind of like stay alive. And it's just crazy. It's just like when will all this like change? Like when can a better question is whenever we get these types of like groups of fandoms like the Snyder Cuts, Phantom Menace, whatever, like why don't these people call out like the people within it that are making it taking it too far? Like that's where it just kind of loses me. It's just like these characters do not exist in real life. Why the hell do you care about these characters so much? Like there's characters that I love, but I don't care about them that much because they're not real. You know, they're not like like Superman ain't going like if I'm falling from a skyscraper, Superman ain't gonna come help me. I'm dead. Like it's just people just take the shit way too serious. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean that's the downside of what we do, bruh, because we see this stuff.
Winter, Winter Matt, I never seen you on this channel, but salute to you if you're new. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you popping up. Hit that like button. Yeah, man, it's just it's a mess. I think a lot of people are on edge also because of this quarantine stuff. Like, I,
Absolutely.
it's definitely starting to show, and it's not even hot out. Imagine if it's hot out and just it'd be even worse. But it's just I don't know. Uh,
Yeah.
I, I I think things need to change very soon. Need to start opening things back up. People need to start getting some fresh air. It's just, man. But hey, man, good for Zack Snyder. Don't really care about the Zack Snyder like fans and stuff like that because I made my own little video about it the other day, and a comment was left like because my whole everybody loves trash thing. You know what I'm saying? And somebody has the audacity to call my mother trash, which is very
Wow.
hurtful because my mom is everything to me, and she's never been a cruel or terrible person to nobody. And it's just like, wow, y'all care about this shit this much that you're willing to say some shit like that. And outside of that, you still got dudes out here like what I'll get to that later, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they roll this out, when they're going to roll this out, because 21 is going to be stacked for like comic book movies. I don't know. I feel like I feel like Wonder Woman's going to stay in that spot. I don't think they're going to move that to 2021. That means you'd have to move Batman out of 2021 and move it to 2022 or something like that. And I just think it's going to become a huge mess. But depending on how they release and promote this, I think whatever it doesn't matter what comes out. Like say Black Adam. Well, yeah, say Suicide Squad comes out, whatever, and it gets well received. People are gonna completely forget about the Snyder Cut and stuff and whatnot. Of course, the core fan base, whatever, won't. But like, I feel like HBO Max is going to have a lot of other things that are going to be more interesting than the Snyder Cut. It just depends on how they market it and if this product that they have is actually good. So,
Yeah, yeah. Before I talk about that, like, man, I'm so I've been on the internet what 20 plus years. So I'm used to it, man. These people saying out of line comments that they wouldn't say in your face, but man, it it's like you know how soft society is these days, and,
hmm
and yet you know you think people would calm down with these outrageous comments they be making.
yeah,
But yeah, it's just weird, man. So many people that be talking so tough, man. It's just like, look, man. Some of y'all gotta learn how to insult without going over the top, man, or learn how to talk to people. You don't gotta insult people because their opinion is different from them. But yeah, whatever.
right,
But man, HBO Max, man. I honestly, it. I think some of these streaming services down the road will start reevaluating themselves, like because I think Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max will be, and Netflix, obviously. I think those will be the top, and then the
yeah,
rest. Because, like, I mean, HBO is built in, like, HBO has been around for what, decades, and then it's got the
yeah,
Warner stuff. It's like, those to me will be the powerhouses, and a lot of these other companies are going to reevaluate. It's like, okay, maybe we should fall out of this streaming thing, or try to figure out a deal with these companies, man, because or try to merge. Because I mean, it's too many streaming services, and
hmm
we've been saying this since what, since Disney Plus was announced they was going to come
yeah,
out.
hmm
It's like it's getting, and it's to the point where it's like, okay, and we talked about this plenty of times. It's like, all right, so y'all were complaining about how cable costs so much, but this is like this stuff right here is costing more than cable.
yeah. If but I guess it's also you could to counter that saying like you get to choose what you want to listen to. But like if you're into a lot of streaming, like your music, your entertainment stuff, and your gaming and stuff adds up, obviously. So you have to kind of pick and choose. Like with
Right.
just your entertainment streaming stuff, I think people would be cool with just having Netflix and like HBO, maybe Netflix and Disney. Um, with the music stuff, people are already going to choose one. I don't know who has Apple, Spotify, and Tidal, all three of
Right.
them.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, that's pretty much stupid. Like,
yeah,
why would you have? Because, like, I mean, the music wise, it's easier to select because each one practically has everything.
right.
Tidal's probably the only one where, when depending how petty Jay Z want to be, like he has his albums on all of them, but sometimes he just wants to take them all off and have them on Tidal.
Yeah.
But like with the movie stuff and the TV stuff, man, it's getting too spread out now, man. It's just like,
hmm
okay, you know, if I want to watch this TV show, I can't say I'm just gonna get Hulu and it's on there. It's not on here anymore because it's exclusively through Disney or
And,
whatever. Go
and
ahead.
and that's why I like what HBO is doing. But like previously, there was an app called Verb. That's where I would catch all my anime stuff. It was just like a hub where it's just like you pay like $9 a month. You get Crunchyroll, Funimation, Nick Splat, all these other sub channels and stuff. I feel like that's how it should be instead of having people paying like all these individual prices and stuff. Like I would rather have like a $20 a month package and I get Netflix and HBO Max for like for the whole year, something like that, where they can bundle these things because that's why I think HBO Max is going to really kill it. Where like I feel like Disney should jump on this as well. Like how Disney Plus is set up, they have all those tabs. Like they should just have. I don't know how it is. Like, do you have to like? Is there like a button on Disney Plus to get to Hulu, or you have to go to Hulu separately?
See that's the thing.
Yeah,
There isn't, and
yeah,
that kind of like sucks because you know they 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 promote having a bundle like ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus, but you know, it for me, if I'm watching Disney Plus, it's like, all right, cool. I want to go watch CSI on Hulu. I got to exit out of Disney Plus, then go to Hulu. Like, They should have a
It's extra.
tab or something on there.
Yeah, and that's why I said like I like what HBO Max is doing because you're gonna have like they have these little hubs where it's like HBO Max originals, and then like Crunchyroll, and like you just click on those things, it'll take you to
Yeah.
these take you to the whole library and stuff.
Like, if I mean, it shouldn't be hard. They can do this, and I can see why they don't do that because they want to keep Disney Plus family friendly. But it's like, okay, you can put these hubs on the regular accounts, and like for the children accounts, don't have it on there.
Yeah, that's exactly what Netflix does.
It's like,
Like
man,
you gotta have a whole kids section.
yeah, it's just like, man, it's just too much, man. It's just like, I mean, it for like my TV, I got a Vizio, so like it has the built-in apps. Um, like if I want to exit Hulu, I can't just press the exit button. It's like, are you sure you want to exit? What if I press the exit button? That means I want to exit.
Yeah, it'd be like ask you a billion questions. You sure you want to delete this? You sure you want to get rid of this? Like, what are
Right.
your reasonings? Like, I just want to get this off. Like,
Like the Fire Stick. Like they should have it where, if you're in the apps, you can pull up a menu of your apps. Stuff like that, man.
mhm.
Make it easier, man.
I,
'Cause
I think over time, when a lot of more of these, like when they have more years to kind of flesh out the system a little bit and stuff, they'll make it probably more accessible for people down the line. Like
yeah.
I feel like Disney has a plan to have like a tab of for Hulu or something like that on their page because I feel like if there's a demand for it, they can make it happen. Um, but yeah, I think it's gonna take time because all these streaming services are relatively young, except for Netflix. That's the veteran and stuff, and
Yeah.
that Netflix ain't gonna go nowhere, no,
Yeah.
anytime soon.
Like I don't see Peacock working.
Yeah, that's just gonna flop because like I was looking at that interface and that's it's all over the place.
Like what's the Apple TV Plus that flopped?
I mean, Apple TV is interesting because they surprised me. They actually have some decent shows like Defending Jacob right now. The M Night Shyamalan show. What was the other one? I'm drawing a blank on the other one, but they've got like at least two or three that are interesting, and for the price at that, it makes sense. Like, I don't see people batting an eye to like Apple TV Plus or whatever, and for another like 5 years probably they still need work.
I mean,
Um,
it's confusing too. Like because you got Apple TV and then it's like Apple TV Plus. Okay. And like man, Apple just be confusing with their stuff. They just be trying to be different to be different for no reason, man.
yeah, like Nintendo. Like, oh, you want this updated 4K Apple TV thing,
Right.
whatever. Like
Well,
they don't even number stuff. They be like, oh, this is the 2019 model. This is the 2018 model. It's like, bro.
right. It's just like, man. What so what else what other streaming services are coming out? It's just like, man.
I mean, but this is it's definitely gonna be interesting to watch this because now like next week like when HBO Max launches, like the streaming wars will be in full force now. Like where it's just the big three that we named and stuff like Hulu, not Hulu, Disney. I'll put Hulu under Disney
Yeah,
regardless of like
Disney owns Hulu, so that's
yeah.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney, Netflix, and HBO Max. Like, if you just got those three streaming services, you're fine. Like, you don't need to buy
Yeah,
nothing else.
that's like what? That's 20, 30, yeah, $35 depending on the package you get with Netflix and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
but man, it's just it's so much, man. It's it's a pain. Like Hulu, I like Hulu, man. Like I've had Hulu free for years because it's with Sprint. But like
right.
during this whole, sitting in the house doing nothing, like those commercials were getting on my nerves, man. So I
It'd be
upload.
long as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I hate commercials for one, so that's one reason I don't watch TV. And then like when they're playing the same commercials every time, it's just like,
Hmm.
man, let me go ahead and upgrade to this bundle with no commercials. And it's like I love Hulu now. I wish they'll have 4K stuff, but hey, it is what it is. I love Hulu.
they,
Like that extra
they, don't,
$10 ain't nothing.
they don't got like 4K content.
Nope, not that I know of. No, I don't
And,
believe so.
and that's another thing that Netflix is killing people on is that the like a lot of their stuff is like shot in 4K and stuff, and like a lot of things just get other streaming services are just ported over into 4K and stuff. It's not really like native 4K and stuff, and like they got the whole I know was it Netflix got what HDR10 and Disney Plus got Dolby Vision.
Netflix got Dolby Vision too. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
Disney Plus got both. They have Dolby Atmos, but the thing is, the Dolby Atmos don't work on a lot of the services. Like I'm not services. Like what's it called? That's not streaming apps, but like Fire Stick,
Mm,
um, Roku, like all that
uh,
stuff. The Dolby Atmos don't work.
that's weird.
So like you watching Dolby Vision on your TV, but you only getting
Half
Dolby
the experience.
Digital. Yeah, it's just like, come on, Disney, man, get it together, man.
Yeah, this shit's
You got a question in the chat from Bon Miller.
Let me see. Come on, phone. Rotate. All right, let me see. No, I missed a lot on the chat. Y'all think Netflix will be able to get rid of 14 the 14 million billion-dollar debt? I mean, every company is somewhat in debt, so it's like I don't think that's ever going to go away. Like how big is the debt for America now? Like it's in, like 12, 13 trillion. So
I don't think they're in debt 14 billion.
yeah,
That's a large debt. That's like in trouble.
yeah,
Okay, let me see. Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. I'm looking now. It says the company finished with a 14.8 billion debt, which rose from 10.4 billion in 2018.
interesting.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, all right. So they're not. I mean, like you said, they're not the only company that's in debt. Like Comcast is in over 100 billion in debt. But like, okay, so this debt is because they're purchasing stuff.
Yeah,
Like Disney, they was in debt more than 71 billion. No, 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 no. Hold on, no. They purchased. Okay, so the company finished 2019 like, yeah, like Disney finished in debt at 48 billion, but that's because they purchased Fox. So yeah, a lot of these debts are from their purchases. Yeah, I mean, it says for Netflix the reason why they're in debt is because of purchasing stuff. Yeah, so that's why. I mean, that's why.
mm.
I mean, they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't know how much they. I know they make a shit ton of money like every year, so it's
Yeah,
like so it'd be all right.
yeah,
They'll still be around 10, 20 years from now. We'll see. We gotta see how technology evolves with it and stuff, and just how the economy is and stuff. Because this whole pandemic is definitely going to mess some things up. Like has definitely messed some things up. So
yeah.
it's going to be
Absolutely,
interesting.
absolutely. So yeah, Bob Miller. I stand corrected. I looked it up, and you was right. 14.8 billion debt. Yeah, 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 man. But
Then you got then you got smaller streaming services like QB and stuff, which I don't think like it will ever replace like anybody's like main streaming service, but it's a cool streaming service just to have on the side, or if you're like traveling a lot and stuff. I think that's like your best case scenario. But like once all this stuff goes back to normal, like it's gonna be kind of tough for QB to kind of really get a foot in because by that time, people are going to be out. Nobody's going to really be on their phone. Like, well, people are already on their phone, but like they won't be out and they're not going to be on their phone and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting.
all right, so I've seen some QB stuff. Now explain this to me because you watched it. What? How long are the clips again?
Some of them are, up to like 10 minutes or less.
Okay, so do they? I mean, I saw that that somebody resigned or the boss said that they messed up or something. Like
Yeah,
they
they were kind of mad about the rollout and stuff. That it was supposed to be smoother, but because of everything that's going on, it kind of like messed things up, and they kind of had to scramble for stuff, I guess. But
I feel like they misjudged the consumer. Um, I guess they was thinking like, okay, everybody wants everything now, 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 and shorter, right? So
hmm
so they ran with that gimmick, but I don't think that's really the case with things. Like I know for us that do
yeah,
YouTube, I mean, like
that,
we see our statistics. Like for me, with my videos, like I average about 2 to 3 minutes in watch time. So I guess they was assuming like, okay, people want stuff shorter, but like no one's watching a TV show and watches a TV show for 2 3 minutes and then turns it off. Like
hmm
YouTubers is completely different from watching a TV show or a movie.
yeah. And the thing about QB is like you gotta kind of pick out like at least five or more shows to kind of like dive into and get the like the full experience of what they're trying to go for. And I definitely out of like the 7 or 8 shows I've watched, I could kind of see what they're going with it. But the one issue I have with it right now is that I think they were a little bit too top heavy. Like when they were launched, they launched with some pretty good shows, But now it's just like I've watched all the things that I need to watch. They're kind of pretty like some of the shows are completely done, and they were like those one-off like movies and stuff like that are uh cut up into pieces and stuff. But it's gonna be interesting. I can kind of commend them on how they roll it out. It's very different. And like you said, it looked like they did kind of take a YouTube like perspective of it. Like you watch somebody review episode by episode, and sometimes one episode or the first episode review might be 10 minutes. The next one might be like five, depending on like what you've seen in the episode, what's important, the key moments and stuff like that. And that's sort of how like they set it up with the QB shows. Like there could be one show that be the first episode will be 5 minutes, and then the next one will be 9 minutes, 8 minutes consistently and stuff. It's very weird. It's a very weird format to get kind of used to. Certain shows it works. They make it work, but like a lot of it, it's like wasted time and stuff with certain things where they could have probably fleshed this out more. I don't know,
Right.
but it's definitely gonna be interesting. I want to see more streaming services kind of do more innovative things to kind of make the user experience interesting, because that's the one thing that drew me to QB, like how they don't, a lot of their shows don't take advantage of the whole portrait mode where you it's like they call it turnstile. But the ones that do, like say if a character was looking at their phone and they're on Instagram, you just turn your phone in portrait, and it looks like you're on IG Live. I was like, stuff like that is really cool. Like you get a whole different perspective. Now, that's the one thing I wish that they would take it more advantage of, and it's not just we get a different close up shot, when it's in portrait mode or something like that. Like make it more immersive or something like that. Like yeah, I'm kind of mixed with it now, but like I feel like yeah, they're gonna run into kind of like a sticky situation. Like they definitely have the marketing there, because like I see QB ads everywhere, and that's probably another reason why people are hesitant to kind of buy in on QB, because sometimes like you see things too much, you get annoyed by it. You're just like F it. So
Yeah. So let me ask you like straight up. So what is your favorite TV show right now?
like right now
Yeah.
on any service,
Period. What's your favorite TV show right now?
Attack on Titan.
All right. So imagine Attack of Titans. You're getting the full season, right? But it's one episode's 10 minutes. The next episode is 5 minutes. One episode is 2 minutes. Like how it does on
Yeah.
Quibi. Like,
Hmm.
do you think you would enjoy that?
Um, no,
Right. Because think
and
about
I,
it.
but
Think
I'll
about.
say, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, think about it. Like, you want more, but you would be annoyed that your favorite show is this short.
Hmm. And that's why I said like it takes a while to get used to. Like, take the most dangerous game. If you watch that, the pacing in that it works. Because essentially how QB puts out their episodes, it's like, all right, we're only going to deal with this part of the story, and it only is only going to take us like 6 minutes. I'm like, cool. I have to like extend that, and then the next one fleshes out certain scenes a little bit more, and the next one will flesh out more. And sometimes you'll get episode like the last episode being shorter than the previous one. It does get kind of annoying. Um, like I said, there's certain ones that are more consistent as far as like the time goes. Like the most dangerous game, the first episode was 5 minutes, but it made sense because the Christoph Waltz character was pretty much telling them, like, breaking them down, like, I got 5 minutes. Tell me what you want. Da 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 da. It kind of went in with the whole timing and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a mixed bag for people. Something like it definitely watching the shows that I enjoyed. It definitely uh left me wanting more. So I guess that's a good thing. Also, kind of like you said, like it could kind of be kind of irritating at the same time.
Yeah, man. It's I don't know. Like, I just don't see how that could work, man. Like, for a format like that, like,
Yeah,
I'm,
it's definitely risky. It's definitely risky. Like, man, but like I said, but they did a good job of covering all bases. Like they have stuff for the people that like movies, you like reality shows. They got a bunch of sports documentary stuffs on there. That's yeah. I haven't checked in on that, but like they got daily essentials like news stuff. So they've kind of covered all the kind of bases. But like I said, it's not meant to like replace your Netflix or your Disney Pluses or anything like that. I would say it's definitely worth having on the side if you travel a lot, and or if you're at home a lot, or if you just want to watch something real quick. You you're not really into like long formatted stuff and whatnot. Like that's the only real benefits of it. But
I'm
the interface is mad clean. Like I was surprised on how fast they updated stuff. Like before, you never had a sense of like how many episodes you were getting, but then like a week later they added like, all right, like the actual number, like it'd be like 1 out of 15 or something like that. Like
I'm curious to where they got their data from to come up with this concept of doing like shows in this format,
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm pretty sure. I think they came up with it from based off of stuff like Snapchat data, Vine data,
yeah. Hmm.
YouTube stuff.
Like TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like stuff like that it's it's not really like TV shows. They're just clips. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like the budgets in those shows are definitely there. It's just like a lot of money was put into like a lot of these shows that I watch. Like probably the two best produced shows on there were The Dangerous Game and When the Streets Come On. Uh yeah, When the Street Lights Come On. Those were very like movie budget type of shows. So you weren't getting no, except for like the horror stuff. The horror stuff was cool. Like the 50 States of Fright, like they go through how they do that is they'll tell a story in 2 to 3 parts. So like they'll go to Michigan, they went to Florida. I don't know really what that urban legend was about Florida. It was like some voodoo chick or whatever. She was into like voodoo and whatnot. That was probably like the most cheesiest one because it was like that found footage
Yeah.
kind of style and stuff. But like stuff like that, like it's interesting. Like it's kind of interesting to me because I'm into horror, so I'll automatically check it out. Um, but it's definitely not gonna be for everybody. Like I said, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I think 5 years from now, it might be a whole different story with these streaming services and stuff. Like maybe Disney Plus will be at that top. Who knows? I don't know. Um, it's definitely gonna be interesting to watch though. It's definitely gonna be fascinating to watch.
Give me 1 sec. I need to get my phone charger. That thing finna die.
It's all good. Swag Kage, what's good? Swag Kage, you wanna come up in here? I know Kato's supposed to pop up soon. If you wanna join, I'll send you a link. And PB, where you at? I sent you the link as well.
Man, but this thing gonna be like, man, like all those MP3 services and ringtone companies. Like some
Yeah,
of these companies are gonna really bow out. Have to, because man,
yeah.
it ain't. It's only so much money that can go around, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna be hard for an up and coming streaming service to even come to even try to compete with like a Netflix, a Disney, or an HBO because those are juggernauts, like straight
Right.
juggernauts.
Like Disney. I mean, regardless of what anyone might think of Disney, they have over 50 years of content. Like, yeah, they got to make new content, and but which they are, but it's like, man, the Disney Vault is there, man. Like, it's that's just there. Like, you got that already. Like, a lot of these companies, like, coming out with these streaming services, like what's the DC Universe thing? Like, they're getting rid of that, aren't they? And it's just
Yeah,
merging with HBO Max.
yeah, which I feel like that's a smarter idea
Right.
because yeah, that's smart for them to do that.
Like, for me, like that, I didn't think that was a good idea in the first place, because it's like that's a niche audience. Like, there's only so high you can go with a comic book based streaming service.
Yeah. Like I like the idea of that. Like they had the comics, like you could get digital comics that way. I feel like that's what Disney kind of should do with the Marvel stuff. Like you have a section where you can like look at like digital comics and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's I just see an explosion. It'll be interesting to see who's like some of the early companies to say, all right, man, we tried, we're done. I think it might be Apple.
Yeah, Apple might call it quits
Yeah, I think they'll definitely call it a quits, man, because
because
they
they have a good business strategy for it. Like how they rolled it out. They said like if you buy any new Apple products, you already get it like Apple TV Plus for like a year free.
so Bob Miller asks, what do you prefer, short or dragged out series?
I mean, that depends what you mean by short, like short as in seasonal, like because if that's the case, I prefer a show to have a shorter season, like 5, 6 seasons is like good enough for me. 3 seasons is cool, the minimum. I'm even cool with like I feel like we should see more limited series, like because there's a lot of really dope limited series that came out this year. Um, because like we don't like the days of like TV shows being 15, 20, 25 seasons are kind of like becoming extinct and I guess that's goes back to people's attention spans. But I honestly I honestly uh like a more tighter story than have it to be dragged out and then like we get a conclusion 12 seasons later. Like The Walking Dead, I'm surprised I'm still watching that. Like they delayed their season finale till the fall. That really pissed me off. I was like, bruh. And I was like, you might as well just make that like the season 11 um kickoff and stuff at this point. Like, Jesus, because they're about to hit their 11th season. I still watch Shameless because they're on their 11th season, but this is their final season, and I feel like Shameless has been like for me the most consistent show that's like a long show. It's got like 10 plus seasons. But like I don't even do that when it comes to anime anymore. The only anime ongoing animes I watch are like My Hero, but the way My Hero does it, they'll split up in seasons. Usually when it's ongoing, they'll just play it all throughout the year kind of and stuff, and that could kind of um be a drag and whatnot. But
For me, um, I the thing
hey,
with
Devin.
the thing with shows that drag out, like the shows that have storylines, like not the shows like NCIS where you could do that, like Law and Order where you could do it for 20 years because they just
Hmm.
basically, for most parts, they're standalone episodes, but they do have storylines. Like those shows can drag out; they can go as long as they want to. But like
Hmm.
for say for example, Breaking Bad, like if they didn't have a plan, right? No, Game of Thrones. We'll use Game of Thrones for a better example. If
Hmm.
the creators was like, no, we're done, right? HBO would have had that show go as long as possible until no one was watching it again. So
Yeah,
that's when it becomes a problem storyline wise.
yeah. I always thought that like back when like season 5 or 6 of Game of Thrones was on, I was like, oh, I could see this going on for 10 seasons, easy.
Yeah.
But obviously that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I mean, like for like Pretty Little Liars, like I didn't watch Pretty Little Liars when it was live, but I don't know if anybody watched this. It could be foreign, but like the the whole premise was basically one of the a group of best friends. One of them got killed, and it was a mystery who killed her, and like somebody was tormenting them, like, and then it ended up that the person that was killed was alive in like season 3 or 4. So they brought back the character to the show, and it's like then they started dragging this out for years, and it's like, man, y'all basically killed the show when you brought the dead character back.
Yeah,
And then like they wanted to cancel the show, but the network was like, hey, let's do a couple more seasons, and like it didn't make any sense, and then they completely changed the storyline. So like stuff like that, it's just like, man, like, and then my Revenge, like I liked Revenge, I enjoyed all 4 seasons, but if they would have stuck to the original plan, which was 1 season,
hmm,
that would have been a like an all time great show. But like they went past what they was originally supposed to do and dragged it out. And yeah, you can
yeah.
tell.
That's what happened with Walking Dead. Like they took certain storylines that weren't like long at all, and they padded it out with a bunch of filler, and it kind of rubbed people the wrong way, and a lot of people left because that whole 2 minute break stuff like that kind of like that messes up the flow of your show. If like you have nothing going on for like 8 episodes, and then you do a mid season break, you come back and like nothing really happens to the last episode. That pisses people off. I was like, I'd rather just binge all this.
Yeah, I mean that's partially why like I didn't watch a lot of TV shows at the time, like because I hated commercials and I just rather wait till the season ended and I could just watch it all at once.
Hmm.
But with the explosion of social media and everyone loves spoiling every single thing possible, it makes it hard to do that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, Gary. So Gary North watched Revenge. Like, well, Gary North, he like really never finishes anything. But no, like for Gary North, like there's a legit reason with Revenge. Like I don't know if any of y'all seen Revenge, but like the storyline of the show was a man got framed for murder. He was killed or whatever, and the daughter seeks revenge on the people that framed him. At the end of season
Oh,
3, It turns out the dad's alive. So like she did all this work for nothing. Total jump the shark moment. It's just like, man,
Yeah, this is why like I really recommend anybody if you got HBO access to HBO, watch The Leftovers. Like that's still to this day my favorite series of all time. Just because like it didn't have any of this identity politics. It was just a straight like straightforward story. He knew it like Damon Lindelof knew exactly what he wanted to do with the show. He's like, I don't want this to be a long drawn out like 10 season show. Like it was 3 seasons, beginning, middle,
right,
and end, and that's
right.
it.
Like man, like that's how shows should be, man. Like if your goal is like a storyline based show and not like a serialized show like Law and Order. I think that's what
Hmm.
they are called, serialized shows. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
But like shows like Law and Order, like if that's not your goal and your goal is to have a beginning, middle, and end, do that.
yeah.
Don't because the show becomes popular. Like, oh well, we can stretch this out 2, 3 more seasons because then it messes things up.
And, and I'll even make another example. I know like probably won't like, but like with anime, I have these debates with people with a lot of people about people not liking my hero, not my hero, Attack on Titan, or they feel like, oh, just because it's on its final season, it's a failure. It's like, no, the dude that created it, he even said like he didn't want to make this story without he made the ending before he even started crafting his whole story and stuff. So he already knew how he wanted to end. He didn't want it to be this long, dragged out story because that's the one thing about like big animes like Naruto and stuff. They're very deep into their lore and stuff. Like they'll go into fillers explaining different characters' backstories and stuff like that. And that's cool and everything, but like, I've been more leaning towards like more the straightforward, like just give me one good season or just give me two good seasons with 50 something episodes. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff that just keeps going on like that just it's just really really formulaic and stuff, and it's just you know it gets kind of boring. It gets kind of stale.
Yeah. I mean, uh, I don't mind my Law and Order. Well, I hate Law and Order SVU. I despise it, but I still watch it. That's a part of life. But
Yeah, it's what you grow up with, and you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like I just went down like a rabbit hole because I just started binging stuff. Like my first show I like legit I could say outside of anime because I didn't really know I was binging stuff like at that time when I was young and stuff, just watching just mad stuff at one time. One thing I like, the one show that led me down this rabbit hole of just finding all the different shows, I was watching Heroes. And that was kind of like serialized, like it had like 20 something episodes each season. And then as I started watching more of those, like I was watching CW shows at that time, and then like I started to find other things. And, that's how you kind of find your taste. You just kind of go for different things. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No. No, oh man, I got it completely wrong. Like Law and Order is a procedural show. Heroes, yeah, Heroes is a serialized show.
Yeah.
I had that all messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Heroes had only one good season, and then like the rest, the other four and the spinoff shit was trash.
man, bruh, that spin-off show. Oh my good, what in the? How do you bring back a show because you know you completely messed up the previous show and make something completely worse?
Don't make
How
no sense.
how do you do that? Bro, I quit. I quit that show after like 3 or 4 episodes. I was like, bro, I can't do this. This is absolute trash, man.
But
Like,
I could always go back and just watch that first season. That first season was just perfect to like for me. But then like they just went completely downhill after second, third, and It was. I think it was
The
during that
writers,
right.
the
Yeah, the
writers'
right.
strike killed the show.
Mhm.
I didn't think season three. I thought season 3 and 4 was better than season 2, but season 1 was by far the best. And like, man, that was like groundbreaking. Like people forget how huge Heroes was because like there wasn't any superhero stuff at the time.
Besides like Smallville, but like it wasn't on the, like because Heroes was just different. Like it was familiar, but it was just different at the same time. Like you had a dude like
Regular
Siler.
people.
Yeah, there were stakes and stuff like people actually dying and stuff. Like you had Siler going around killing other heroes and killing people with abilities and stuff. Because
Locked in.
there wasn't really no like organization like a Justice League or nothing. Everybody was kind of like scattered around, and they had to come together to save the cheerleaders, save the world. Classic line.
What does PB in the chat talk about? Yeah, man, locked in every week watching Heroes. Man, I might have to rewatch season 1, man.
Wait, PB, what you talking about? Password?
I think he might be talking about how to get into the stream yard because like you have to be logged into your YouTube account.
I am on my YouTube.
I
That's
mean that's
weird.
the way it should be so we ain't got these stupid trolls. Golly, that was crazy earlier, bruh.
Yeah, like somebody just comes out and just say, "Hey, nigger." I'm like, all right,
I'm like,
Jesus.
bruh, like legit stunned me, bruh. Like, cause I thought it was Landon. I'm sitting there like, huh? No, this can't be Landon.
That shit was crazy. Straight
Like,
troll.
like,
It was probably that Chase person, whatever.
yeah. Cause I was like, bruh, like Landon, like legit, like since he subscribed to my channel, like he comes to all the streams, like even if it's not on my channel, he like comments on all the videos. I'm like, why would he come onto the stream just to say that? Like, man, that was crazy. But no, bruh wasn't finna get me out my element, bruh. He wasn't gonna get me out my zone, bruh. Bruh, like yeah, bruh, legit came on camera to show a sock in front of a TV. Like, bruh, what is wrong with you people?
Sloan was cool though. Sloan was cool. Cool talking with him. Landon's cool. He's cool. He cool dudes, man. Cool dudes, man. They funny though. Definitely funny.
Y'all here acting like I'm a celebrity or something. I'm like, y'all better chill, bruh. Y'all regular,
I,
huh?
nah, I was just thinking to myself,
Oh yeah. I'm like, bruh,
but
y'all,
it's
we just chilling, bruh. Like I ain't nobody, bruh.
yeah, it's cool though. Like I understand though.
Yeah.
I understand it though.
Hey man, I make everybody feel comfortable, bruh. Landon had me rolling. Landon like somebody blackmailed me, but I got all these women. Like, bruh.
So, PB, if you still in the chat, if you could hear me, do you need a link? I will send you a link. Just let me
Yeah,
know.
man. It was cool streaming though. Everybody, like every YouTuber possible, was streaming about the Snyder Cut. So getting the viewership up there was hard.
Yeah, I almost passed out and not even did this stream, yo, because I was like, man, I'm tired.
Yeah, bro. You had bro come on the stream smacking like, bro, what is wrong with y'all, man? Like this make y'all make y'all happy. PB, all you gotta do is log into your YouTube account, bro. You don't know your YouTube password?
Hmm, that's interesting.
PB tripping, man.
Okay, true, true. It's all good, PB. Um, Probably not gonna go too much longer. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna be on a live stream later this week, Saturday night. I think it's at like 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern. Over on Movie Files channel. I'll put more, details out tomorrow or yeah, tomorrow and whatnot about that. I'm gonna be on there with Q reviews. We got a few other heads on there too. But it should be interesting. We're watching The Shining. It's gonna be the 40th anniversary, which is crazy. 40 years that The Shining's been around. So, and that's my favorite horror movie of all time. I missed out uh on the last watch along and stuff. With the Friday the 13th, I was kind of pissed about that. I fucking completely fuck that one over. Very unprofessional of me, but it's all good. I'll definitely be there this Saturday with Q reviews and whatnot, and I'll have more information about that. The Perp shows next week, 11 p.m. Special guest, the Black Guru. Definitely want to tune in for that because that's gonna be a fun live stream. But yeah, we just sit here just talking. We talked about the Snyder Cut. What do y'all think about the Snyder Cut shit? Because this is gonna be like honest to be completely honest. I think this is the last time I'm gonna be talking about this shit.
Yeah,
Like I'm over. I'm already over it.
I'm glad it's happening, so I won't have to hear about it no more.
Bro, you're still gonna hear about it. It's just like that's why I'm saying like, I'm done with it. I'm
Oh
done
no,
with it.
I mean the whole release the Snyder Cut thing. I'm
Yeah,
glad I won't have to hear about that no more.
yeah. And thank God Twitter can like you're allowed to just mute certain phrases and words and stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
mute that. So I don't, I don't get none of that.
exactly. So
So.
Sloan asks, have y'all seen The Strain before? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, the strain. It's on FX. It's like I think it's like vampires. I've heard good things about it. Just haven't checked it out. I just never really, or I haven't really been into like vampires like that. Like my taste in horror is like more psychological thriller type horrors and stuff like The Shining.
Okay.
I'm not really into the torture porn stuff. Body horror is cool. Body horror is pretty cool. But other than that, I'm cool off that. Like I like watching Hostel. That shit. Just
I
thinking
like.
about that.
I actually saw the first Hostel in the movie theater.
Yeah, I saw that with my dad. Yo, that was awkward.
Yeah.
I was a young boy.
Um.
Like,
Oh, Sloan says on Hulu. So Gary North asks, are you watching the extended cut or the theatrical? I'm pretty sure he's talking about The Shining.
I have no idea. I gotta ask Elliot and whatnot from Movie Files. Pretty sure we're gonna be watching the regular one.
I've never heard of Movie Files. Let me check them out.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's been killing it. He's just been doing a lot of different TV reviews. He's been doing a lot of watch alongs and stuff. Everybody doing a lot of watch alongs. But
Yeah.
you've even inspired me to possibly do my own watch along one of these days. Probably watch Friday and stuff. I do a Friday watch along. Everybody
Okay.
got Friday.
Yeah, man, they fun, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, they fun when you have people come and interact. It ain't no
yeah.
fun if you're in there by yourself with one or two people.
I be, for- I be forgetting. I be forgetting I can download movies. Mm, streaming shit.
Man, I'm looking at his thumbnails. Man,
But yeah,
I should have. If I knew that John Henry movie was coming out, then I would have reviewed it.
yeah. That's what's crazy about John Henry. Yo. Like that's movie's been out. Like Terrence did like a review on it like earlier this year.
Uh huh.
Yeah, it's just like I was gonna do one too, but I was just like, nah, I don't even want to. It's got Ludacris with something on his face. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I could have watched it and clowned it.
Are you gonna watch that Spike Lee movie?
Nah.
I'll let you know how it is though, if it's worth watching. Because it looks like it's him going returning back to form. Like he's actually gonna make a. He's not gonna make a Chirac.
Hold
That's crazy. He made that. I can't
on. So
believe.
I just went on Terrence's channel. Like Terrence been ghost, but he been making videos like every day.
Yeah,
I
he
guess he
be he
don't.
be up. Yeah, he be like he don't be premiering, but I think he got set to a timer or something like that, so it just automatically pops up.
I guess Terrence don't rock with us no more.
Now I told him I'd reach out to him, you know what I'm saying, but he ain't got back to me yet, so we'll see. I'll
Nobody,
find him.
nobody like us anymore.
It's cool. You know, I was gonna talk. I was gonna get right to that because, like, it's crazy how people still have our names in their mouth. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy. We matter that much.
yeah, 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 yeah. That is true. Man, y'all, you missed out on a great stream with Second Street Marvel. Man, where was you?
Oh man, I was in another live stream.
You're messing up. That was
Yeah,
fun.
I'm gonna catch the replay though, definitely. Cause I wanted to see how that played out.
It was fun, man. I enjoyed doing that.
Cause my guess, I would have picked Killmonger as the second best MCU villain.
Well, maybe Killmonger won.
Hmm.
I ain't
Either
gonna.
him either him or Zemo. Those would be my.
I ain't gonna spoil it for you. I ain't gonna do you like that, bruh. K Dot too good to hang out with you, or is he still streaming about the Snyder cut?
No, he's still streaming with on where we was at. We was just at Master Swag King's channel and another YouTuber on
Master Swag Kings, interesting.
he's a funny dude. He's got a lot of fucking energy.
Yeah,
A lot of fucking energy. It's cool though. He's cool though. Like
sounds like too much energy for me. Oh, there go K Dot. He like Candyman.
I got you, K Dot.
Noah says, "What are you doing?"
I'm chilling, bro. How are you?
We just chilling and talking, bruh. Ain't nothing extravagant going on.
Oh
Oh, you post that link. You about to have some socks put up on the stream.
shit.
Yeah, bro. Release the Sam Raimi cut, people. Shoot.
Bro, how are you?
Oh
Damn, bro.
man,
Damn.
We just chilling and talking, bruh.
I'm sad.
Ain't nothing
Bruh.
extravagant going on.
Yeah, echo, bro.
Put the put the, but how many times I gotta tell you put the YouTube video on mute?
Oh, fuck. Who hurt? Ooh,
Yo,
Swag King read off some stuff to me that blew my mind, bruh.
what you
Oh
mean?
my god. So so when Snyder did the watch party, right? He revealed that it was two doomsdays, right? So it was Zod's doomsday, and it was the doomsday on another planet.
Ah, whatever, man. Get out of here, Zack Snyder.
And I was like, wait a minute. So you killed a good villain to make another villain when you had the villain there. I was like, what? So Michael Shannon got shafted for no reason. Bro, I was like, what?
That's crazy.
My heart, bro, my heart is just broken. You know when Affleck was sad, bro? That's me right now. That's me.
So Zack Snyder like, nah, bro, that wasn't the real Doomsday. Bro, you
Yeah.
don't get out of here, man. Stop it.
I mean, it makes sense. You know, he said
Sounds like
he said Lex in BVS was Lex Jr., but they was calling him Lex Luthor in the movie.
damage control.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's what it sounded like to me.
It just wrecked my mind because I was like, dang, people really want him to come back. I was like, wow.
That wasn't the real Mandarin. The real Mandarin's out there.
Yeah, I don't like them like silly little fake outs and stuff. Like, come on, man. You gotta be
Own it.
more creative, man.
Own it.
Yeah, just own up to it, man. That's what I say. Just own up to it, bro.
so what they so at the end of Justice League they're gonna be like, all right, Ben Affleck wasn't the real Batman.
Shit.
It was a dream.
That was
They
Thomas Wayne. That was Thomas Wayne.
it was Earth 2 Batman.
Right.
No, it was Earth a 69 Batman.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Zack Snyder is gonna be cheating with this Justice League movie. It's not the original Snyder cut.
Bro, it's gonna add
Yeah,
extra
yeah,
like 15 minutes, 15 20 minutes onto it.
yeah, and LB, that's the thing about it too. Like 3 years for that for him to tell us, oh, I'm just gonna change it anyways.
Right.
What? Like,
Right.
dude, just run with what you got, and that's why Jody and Andy read this article today, and Zach revealed it himself. He didn't really have a cut. Like he had cuts of things, but didn't have a movie. It wasn't even a post production.
So yeah, I know they wrapped up. Well, I know they wrapped up production. So basically, he shot the movie.
Yeah,
Ain't have nothing edited.
yeah. He just had like clumps and bits and pieces and stuff, and it kind of makes sense because if people think about it, he left midway while shooting. Like they
No,
wasn't done.
they wrapped up production. Like shooting was done. They was in post
Okay.
production. But like from what you're saying, they saying he didn't have a cut. I'm just guessing they didn't edit any of the movie.
Yeah.
So
It was more
like
like that thing. So it wasn't really a movie. That it was something, but it wasn't the full thing.
right. So like
It was
man,
half.
cheat. This is man cheating, bro. They cheating. Like come on, man.
Euro step.
Golly. And these buffoons out there gonna fall for it, man.
Hey, but y'all know me. I'm still gonna watch it and review it.
Yeah, yeah,
Free
absolutely,
content,
absolutely.
free content, bro. I'm not finna miss up on that. That's free content. And hey, we got well. I'm kind of mad that I got to wait until 2021 to watch it. I was ready to watch that joint this year because shit is boring, bro. I would have just watched it as curiosity. Hey, just watch it, review it. If I don't like it, I get to trash it. Free content.
Oh yeah, bro.
Bro,
If they would have dropped that thing at the HBO Max, I would have been locked in, bro.
like if this shit is bad, bro, you know how bad these every single one of these is. I don't care if you're like one of these quote unquote toxic Zack Snyder fan. If you're in that, if you're repping that shit, you're gonna get roasted bad till like 2022. Probably.
Nah, bro. I already know how I'm gonna do it, though. I'm just gonna do my watch along, and I'm gonna make a reaction video out of that watch along, and then I'm gonna make a video like I'm gonna do a review, and then I'm gonna do another video like on some, bruh. Y'all were waiting this long for this trash, and then he's gonna let it fly, and that's it, and then I'm done with it.
Right. On to
Well,
the next.
see, when I look at it too, right? It don't even have to have a good story because what these fans are gonna do is just like how when a lot of these Marvel movies come out. Let's use Thor Ragnarok for example. I won't say all of them, but Thor Ragnarok. When I critiqued the story of that film, people said I'm crazy. You got to watch it for the action and the visuals and a comedy. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's gonna be the same for this because when Justice League came out, I think the fans' biggest problem was that the action wasn't what they wanted it to be. They wanted that dark, gritty warehouse fight scene type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I agree. Like, back to Ragnarok. Like, I saw the movie Ragnarok on a Red Velvet edible, in Vegas, and I knew there was nothing to this movie.
Yeah.
There was nothing to it. Like, it was just a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of foolishness.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
that's the good thing about Ragnarok. I knew what I was getting from the start.
yeah.
They at least let me know what I was getting. Some movies, like for example, Iron Man 3, trolled me. It trolled me in the trailers. We thought it was gonna be dark and serious, then boom,
Uh huh.
180. Now that's an example. That's trolling. That's
Yeah.
not giving me what you're marketing.
Same with Age of Ultron, trolling.
You have no strings attached to me.
Like, Age of Ultron it's less of a troll because it's somewhat dark, but Iron Man 3, 100% troll job.
Troll. Yeah.
But yeah, man, like that's it's crazy. You mentioned Justice League and Ragnarok. People complain about how DC was too dark. They lighten it up in Justice League. Oh, now we want the Snyder cut. Go back to dark.
Yeah. Well, see, a lot of and this is the Snyder fans are a bit hypocritical, and I'll say this. They did a lot of things they called me out for doing when I review these MCU movies. They call it nitpicking, right? Well, I remember when that movie came out, fans nitpicked the mustache thing. They did. And I'll
Yeah.
say this much. It wasn't WB's fault. It wasn't Henry's fault. It wasn't Josh's fault. It was Tom Cruise's fault. Tom Cruise said, I will sue you guys if you cut off his mustache because we're filming for Mission Impossible Fallout. And people, and they had to, I mean, look, they couldn't have a Superman in a red suit with a beard. That does not look right. That's not Superman's MO. He doesn't, the black Superman, but not Superman. Someone pulls up clean shaven and stuff. And they had to get rid of it because that's not Superman's look. He doesn't walk around with a beard. They could have kept it, but it would have been weird. But look, still to just and people that's a lot of reason people downplayed the movie too, create all those memes. That mustache thing, they really downplayed and nitpicked the mess out of the movie. Because the movie has some tight moments, like when Superman came back and took out the Justice League. I like the whole choreographed team up fight scene at the end where they was fighting Steppenwolf. It wasn't as epic as I wanted it to be, but it felt superhero ish. It was nice to see. The story needed a bunch of work. It wasn't good, but at least it still had a superhero element to it. It still felt like a superhero movie. It wasn't a good movie, but it felt like a superhero movie still. Everyone teaming up, fighting together. It was nice to see.
Man, so let me I'm reading this article. So they he's bringing back most of his post production crew to finish
Yes.
old visual effects and add new visual effects. And it's possible he could bring back many of the actors to record additional dialogue. Um,
Yep.
he says Snyder told the Hollywood Reporter it will be an entirely new thing. Especially talking to those who have seen the released movie, a new experience apart from that movie.
Hmm.
He's noting to this day he has not watched the version released in theaters.
And
You
that's what
probably
blew my mind,
hold on,
bro.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Go ahead, LB. Go ahead.
You probably saw 1/4 of what I did. So yeah, go ahead, bruh.
And that's the thing about it. Like, he's being pettier than me. I watch bad movies and I watch good movies. I sat my butt down and watched Captain Marvel. Because at least if I'm gonna critique something, let me watch it. I watched The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, even though I didn't really like them. I watched them. And at least it was better for me to watch it and then critique it. Zach, it just blows my like. I get it, because all this has to do with his thing with his daughter, and I understand why. But it's like now he's making assumptions too. He didn't watch the cut. He doesn't know what they took out. He's assuming at this point, and he's going off what other people are saying. This, and that. It's like, bro, watch it for yourself, and then judge. He ain't doing that. Like, he can at least have the courtesy to do what we the audience have to do with all these bad things we consume, to give
So
a chance.
let me add on to this. Bruh, like he says, this article says, forget that version that fans wanted technically didn't exist. What did exist was a semi unfinished work with no visual effects, no post production. One person who had seen that version described it like a car with no panels, just a drivetrain and some seats. Bruh, like, so, bruh, you know, when we were saying we were done with this earlier,
Yeah.
I might have to make a video about this man. About how this man, these people straight lied to us.
They was lying. I knew they was lying, bro. Like, for me, because it was just fishy, right? It was like this. WB is just sitting by, letting him release pictures of this movie and stuff. and it's like they're not doing nothing about it. Zach's over here saying this, and that. People coming out saying the Snyder Cut's going to come out this week. No, that didn't happen. It's coming out next week. Making up all these different dates and stuff. It's like all these articles that have been coming out. Some of them coincide to kind of be right, but they contradict each other.
Yeah.
But this Hollywood Reporter article seems more legit because Snyder came out and said himself, I didn't really have it all together. So he's been lying to us this whole time.
So,
which we've been calling him out on. We knew there was no cut like that.
So I'm just glossing over this article, and there's another part in it. So basically, when everything got shut down, this is when it ramped up to make this cut happen because post-production people needed work. Bruh. Man.
That's crazy.
So let me also add. Man, what was I going to say? I'm trying to remember it. Man, y'all go ahead. Let me try to remember what I was looking at.
That shit crazy though.
Let me see. I'm trying to remember. What was I finna say? So, oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. So, look, I fully understand someone that creates something, right? And then someone else takes over. Or if you're part of something and you leave it, you don't want to see this anymore. Like, I'm pretty sure anyone that does create stuff is like that. But I don't believe for 1 second that Zack Snyder has not seen this Justice League movie.
Nope.
The minute, if he, like, all right, so I could give him the benefit of the doubt on some, okay, I knew this not, I know no one would ever see my cut of the movie, so I'm not watching this movie or I'm done with it. But once these pieces started moving, as far as getting this Snyder cut to happen, right, he had to have seen this movie. Because
most definitely.
Just think, like, okay, you create something, right? You leave that project, but then you get brought back to the project to put out your version of it. You're gonna look at the project that was put out to see what I can do to make it better and not make the same mistake. So that man, he lied, bruh. Like, man, I might have to make a video breaking this down, bruh. Cause like, I see a bunch of lies here, man. In my opinion, I see it. PB say he here. Well, no. Well, he was.
Wait, so you got to the point in the Hollywood Reporter where they were talking about where Zack Snyder said he has never seen Justice League?
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Yeah.
Okay, because I read that part, and then I read the exact next paragraph where he's quoted and saying that, yeah, you probably saw a quarter of my work. So one of these statements has to be a lie. How can he know that you saw roughly a quarter or even have any kind of an estimate? If you never even saw the fucking movie, you lying sack of shit.
Good point.
I read that, I was like, you motherfucker, you've been lying to us the whole time. K-Dot was right. There was never really a cut. He's like, I have an idea of what I want to do, but I never put anything together because I had shit I had to take care of with my family, which is fine. Like, family first, that's good. Like, right on for you. But don't fucking come at me with this bullshit that you think that I've seen a quarter of your movie, and then you tell me that you've never seen the movie. Like, I could have seen 70% of your movie. I could have seen 50% of your movie. You have no idea. Like, I explained it with this analogy to my wife earlier. Say you're doing a, like, mural style painting, and you do 70% of it. And then you can't finish it because you got to go take care of some shit with your family. So somebody else comes in and they're like, oh, well, I don't really like what he did with all of this. So I'm going to do 50%. Like, he only covered up 20% of your work we still get to see 50% of your work, guy. You have no fucking clue because you never saw the movie? What?
That's crazy.
And it is pretty much a fact that the story of Zach's movie, and this is what it is. This is the story of what Zach's cut was. This is the story. Steppenwolf loses on planet Earth. He runs away, loses the mother box, comes back to get the mother box, and the Justice League beats him up. That sounds like the movie we got. So the only thing different is that they're gonna have extra scenes. Oh, what this reminds me of the Ultimate Edition. Extra scenes that don't really.
The only thing that'll be different is they'll probably have Batman kill an extra dozen or so bad guys to make him look even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This. Like, bro, I legit. I might make a video, man. I'm sending this article to a few other people that I can get an unbiased opinion or whatever, and just to see if they're on the same page as me as far as these quotes. It's like, okay, for one, there was never a Snyder cut. So these people talking about there's a Snyder cut. You was wrong. He's lying about a bunch of details. Like, I can really break this down.
Yeah, and LB,
up,
when I was in my friend MSK's stream, he was reading an article from the Hollywood Reporter that Snyder said himself, this movie would have probably never came out if it wasn't for the fans. So if he didn't have this push, this movie would never came out like it did. He needed the fans. And it's very much a fact that the fans got this pushing because of all the downplaying of WB they was doing, trying to make their DC property look bad by sullying it, talking down on it, and just harming it.
Man.
So Zach said himself, this would have never came out if it wasn't for the fans.
And like, for me, this is the negative side of me. I don't believe that. For why I don't believe that is because these studios like to make money. AT&T, whatever, is coming out with a new streaming service. What perfect way to help build this up in the long run is put a director's cut of a movie. I mean, these things happen all the time. Director's cut or extended cuts of movies get released. So, you know, and of course, like, seriously, of course he would say this. The fans are the reason. Like, I mean, if he would have came out and said, yeah, man, you know, I thought it was time to do this, and don't acknowledge the fans of the whole release the Snyder Cut thing, that wouldn't be good for business. That wouldn't be good for business.
Yeah.
But that's just the negative side of me. Like, it could have influenced it, but, man, I doubt it, man.
That's interesting, though.
It is, and I think I might need to put out a video and break this down and get my dislike ratio going high.
Yeah, that's why in the future I'm looking to stream. I was talking to one of my friends, told him to get one of his Snyder fans on because I never actually talked to a Snyder fan that was like a deep fan, not Fatal J, who's more understanding. I mean a Snyder fan, like a fan that really believes what they're so convicted to it. And I just want to understand and get in the mind of these people and what they think. Like, I didn't get into the mind because a lot of the analogies people was using today was blowing my mind. They was comparing this to the Sonic thing, and I was like, you can't compare the change of a design before a movie comes out to a whole cut of a movie being released after a movie came out. It's two different things. Yeah, a design and a cut, two different things.
Right. Like, let's not act like this is some brand new thing that has never happened. Like, director's cuts always happen. Like, not always, but you know what I'm saying. It's happened. Like X-Men, Days of Future Past, they released the road cut.
Yeah.
It's happened, man. This ain't some unique situation. I mean, like, I'm not a Zack Snyder fan, but, like, I'm looking at his films. I've watched every single film he's directed except for Dawn of the Dead and Army of the Dead. I've seen everything else he's put out.
You should probably peep Dawn of the Dead.
That's a good
that's
one.
pretty.
I
Yeah,
mean, I've seen everything else he's put out. Like 300 is his best movie. Um, I like The Watchmen. I really like it. Like, but my thing with, and I've said this all the time, Zack Snyder is all style, like no substance.
Agreed. And the
Like,
fact is, he also wasted 3 years focusing on a cut when he could have came out with another movie.
oh, and oh, here's another example. How many cuts of The Watchmen has he put out? There's been so many different cuts of the
Two.
The Watchmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like,
Well,
man,
see this. Well, see. I'll say this too, because Snyder set himself up. This is what Snyder needs to stop doing. Stop making more than 3 hour long movies, and maybe the studios won't cut out all your stuff. Jeez.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
but then you can't fall back on blaming the studio when the project's a failure.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think. I
you're
mean,
right.
I, I don't think Zack Snyder's a great director. He's good, but I feel
Yeah.
like Zack Snyder would be a better director of photography, a DP. He would be like what Roger Deakins is. He knows how to frame a shot. He knows how to get the shot that he wants on screen. But
Yeah.
as far as getting the best out of his scripts or having better screenwriters, because just
Well,
think
see,
like
Snyder's the type to keep hiring people like Chris Terrio to come back and say, "Hey, Chris, write for my next movie." It's like, oh shoot,
right.
he's that type of guy.
It's just like, man. Yeah, I think I might have to do that video, man. I might have to do that. Cause like just talking to
yeah,
y'all, like just talking to y'all about it, and it's just put some ideas into my head, man.
Yeah, I mean, LB, I'll just say be careful because look
Right,
at this moment, and I told my friend MSK, I like DC and Marvel. Don't get me wrong, I lean more towards DC, but I have to say this in the chat, y'all have to understand this too. The MCU is king and will always be king at the moment. Reason being, ever since BVS came out, the DC fan base has became a joke. I can say all day as I want, my movie's kind of better than yours. Yeah, but I ain't got no ammunition like that to back my stuff up. All I got is Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Joker to really fight with something. And the Aquaman's barely
You
anything to
can't
fight
try
with.
and sell DC to LB with Aquaman.
And it's like at this moment, and I blame both WB and Zach. They made the DC movie fan base a joke. The fan base is so split that we can't even work together. The MCU fans are working together better than us to wreck us. Like it's the thing about it. And it's just I can take the L at the moment. The Snyder fans have their ammunition, but mark my words. Once they see that movie come out and they see Batman do another warehouse type fight scene, then say bring back Snyder, bring back Zach. Hashtag is going to be trending on Twitter. Watch when that movie comes out. Hashtag bring back.
Well, he'll do that warehouse fight scene, but then he'll kill everyone in the warehouse, so it won't matter.
Oh no, they'll love it. They'll love it. Fans love good action. That's the one thing people liked about BVS when it came out. It was just Batman.
Batman was dope though.
People love BVS.
Batman's a murderer in that movie.
Well, no, I'm just saying people like Batman
He's
coming out
supposed
of
to
it.
be a superhero.
He was one of the few things people liked.
Yeah,
Even people who hated BVS like Batman coming out of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, but he was
the best part of BVS is Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
She's badass.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
But yeah, I mean,
she's not even in the title, man. That's how bad that movie is.
But yeah, PB. I mean, I'm not saying Ben Affleck was the Batman that we needed, because one, he played a great Dark Knight Returns. He didn't even play a great Dark Knight Returns Batman. His Batman wasn't even very smart in the movie. He played a good visually and physically tight Batman. He's the best looking Batman I have ever seen, and I enjoy his suit. I enjoy his look.
No homo.
Dope.
Right. No.
No sus. But he looks great. He looks great in the suit. He looks amazing. But at the end of the day, and a lot of fans don't get this. If you have Batman kill, he's no better than the Punisher. The Punisher is literally the type of person that if you were to steal an apple from a store, he'll probably blow your hand off over some
Well,
little
yeah,
petty
then you can't be
over
grabbing
little petty
apples
theft.
unless you're using your mouth.
Right. Over petty theft. Do you guys want Batman to be that? The guy that blows your hands off for petty theft? Tries to shoot you in the face
No, he's
for
supposed to
selling
be a
weed?
superhero, and I got no problems with Ben Affleck. Like, I was
Yeah.
skeptical up front because I thought he was going to have the problem of people aren't going to be able to see Bruce Wayne when they look at him. They're just going to see Ben Affleck. But when you sit down and you watch the movies, you're like, you know what? I don't see Ben Affleck because I'm in the story. And then he just starts murdering people. And I was like, oh, I thought you were a superhero, but you just like to kill people and brand people. You're being a real dick right now. And then they go, but he did that in a comic book. And I was like, we're talking about composite Batman, not one-off Batman. Like, get with the program.
And it really takes you out when, just like you said it, when you see Batman killed. And it also takes me out when I see these fans say stuff like, oh, but 89 Batman and Bell Batman killed. Yes, they did. They're at fault too for carelessly killing. Because I remember in the Bell Batman movie.
Comically.
Yeah, but he still killed people.
No,
but it's
just
like,
because, right. No, I agree with you on that.
It's like,
just
it's
because
not cool
another Batman does it wrong doesn't mean you're allowed to do it wrong as well.
Yes. And I remember Zach used that excuse when he made that statement. You guys are all living in the dream world. All your heroes are killers and stuff. And I was like, okay, Zach. Stop it, Zach. You're hurting my head. Because it was very much hurting my head. Chat, at the end of the day, if Bruce Wayne kills, he disrespects his parents. His parents died by a gun. They was gunned down. If Batman picked up a gun and just gunned down Joker, he's no better than the Joe Chill that gunned down his parents. And it's not really honoring or respecting Batman if you make him like just killing people. He can't. Batman has to try his best to save lives. That's what his goal is. His goal isn't to take lives; it's to save lives. And you don't even have to be a Batman fan to understand that. You can understand about these superheroes. They're supposed to be beacons, not beacons of super immoral stuff. They're supposed to be people we look up to be better individuals.
That's what makes it really disappointing, and why the last time that I watched BVS, which was a couple weeks ago, I decided that, okay, at what point in this movie did they lose me? Because I know that it doesn't happen right off the bat, because right off the bat, no pun intended, he seems heroic. He's driving around town in his Jeep just trying to save people. That's all he's doing, period.
Yep. Even ran into the dust.
I was like, okay. And then it's like an hour in when you get the confrontation between him and Superman, and he has that whole scene where he rams that other car with the Batmobile, and I was like, well, that was a little violent. But then he grabs the car with the grappling freaking hook or whatever, tow cable, and he pulls it behind. I was like, okay, so now you are definitely intentionally murdering however many low rung ladder, whatever guys here. Like, these are just grunts, and you're trying to murder them outright instead of trying to send them to prison like Batman's supposed to do. We're not talking about super villain level people here. We're not talking about the Joker. We're not talking about Doomsday. We're not talking about Darkseid. We're talking about Joe Blow with a pistol, and you're murdering him, and you're Batman.
Right.
Come on.
It's like, yeah. And it is different if these characters are fighting people like a Doomsday. Doomsday is an unstoppable force. No jail can hold him.
Right. You go ahead, Batman. You murder the hell out of Doomsday. Go for it.
It's like Doomsday is those unstoppable forces in nature that can never be stopped. No prison can hold him. Nothing can hold this down. The only way to take this out is if, well, somehow if you can talk to it, or you're just gonna have to kill it. You just have to put it down, and that's just the thing about it. This is an unstoppable force. But see, and PB, I like that you brought up Superman because it's also I jumps to another point I want to make. Zach and chat, believe it or not, I ain't no Superman fan, but this I just look at Superman. Superman is not an aggressor. He shouldn't be that. The man with all this power in the world, and he's abusing it to be aggressive against a human person like Batman. For example, in a Batman versus Superman fight, the first thing Batman does is say something like blah 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 blah, and then he says something mean to Superman. Superman pushes him. Mind you, he just pushed him. And guess what? Batman's human. What if when he pushed Batman, he snapped Batman snapped his neck by mistake by falling? Then Batman's dead. What is Superman gonna do? He just killed him because he was being too rough with him. When it's like, Superman, you don't need to do all that. Just take off his suit, rip his suit off, pin him down, and then tell him, yo, listen to me. We need to go save my mother. We're not gonna fight. We need to stop bickering. Do something Superman would do. BVS is probably the worst take I've seen on Superman. In that sequence when that place blew up, that little embassy or whatever they was meeting at, I think that's the dumbest I've seen Superman be. Why would you stand there?
Yeah, he doesn't have super speed. Oh wait.
Yeah. Well, it's not even the fact that the place blew up. It's the fact that it blew up. He's looking at people in danger, hurt, distraught, and he's not even going up to the civilians, talking to people, calming them down, taking them to the hospital. It's like, what are you here for? You're useless. You're not doing anything. All these people are distraught. They need to be calmed down. You're not being Superman. You're not talking to people. You don't have good social skills. You're not calming down the people. You're not taking nobody to the hospital. It's like, what's your purpose? You're just a waste of space that Zach wants to put here to look cool and get beat up by Batman. Because in my opinion, Zach is a Batman fanboy to the T. Because he loved that scene of having Superman get beat up like a punching bag by Batman. He loved that. He loves Superman getting punched like a little punching bag little boy to Batman. Zach loves that stuff. He loves to disrespect characters.
What
like
a weirdo.
And I like Batman and Superman both, but I don't want to see Batman punching around Superman like he's some little boy punching bag. That's not cool.
No, if he's getting punched around like that, it needs to be by somebody like a Doomsday or a Mongol or a Darkseid. He can't just be. I mean, or if we're talking like a good guy, and like you have that stupid fucking scene in Justice League where he's like, "Oh, I've come back to life, but I hate everybody, so punch." Like, I guess he could take a punch from Wonder Woman, but it's just gonna be like flick on the nose.
Right.
Y'all still talking about Justice League?
It's gonna be like, "Ooh, that tickles."
Nah, we're talking about how Zach disrespected Batman and Superman. Now he doesn't have any respect for the characters. I'm trying to have people understand that for Batman to kill, that means Batman disrespects his mother and father's death and doesn't respect it.
Oh.
And he doesn't want to improve it, keep that from happening.
I feel half of what he did was he looked at the Nolan trilogy and said, okay, what can I do that is the exact opposite of what they did to Batman in these movies? And then he's like, okay, we'll just have him murder like crazy.
Yeah, it felt like Zach had a need to one-up it. It's like, you don't need to one-up it. Just make something as good. You don't need to be as... I think he's really trying to one-up Nolan. Because remember, Nolan was the one who got him into the DCEU. Nolan told Warner Brothers, hey, I don't want to come in and do your Justice League universe, but this guy Zach, he can do it. I recommend him. And he got recommended in doing it. And I think he was trying to so much one-up Nolan when he didn't need to.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Because you remember, Nolan was a producer. He was like going to be the producer for all that stuff.
Yeah.
20th.
You know what? I
Like,
kind
there's
of
not
I
a
wish
whole
Nolan.
handful of people out there that can up Christopher Nolan's work. So why
Right.
even try? Why not just try? I mean, I guess he did do his own thing, but he bastardized it in the meantime. I swear he must have called up Ryan Johnson and they had a little brainstorm session like, how can I subvert expectations?
Yes. Well, it's not that he wants subvert expectations and shock value. He wants to shock us so much. He just wants us to be surprised. He wants us to
Oh, yeah,
our
there was
mind
definitely
to
some shock
get.
value, that's for sure.
And granted, I understand he wants to like shock the world and be different, but it's just like Batman and Superman. Look, I understand people want to change things, but Batman and Superman at the core, you always got to hold on to that. You can like do stuff like add additions, gadgets and gadgets and stuff to him. Give Superman a belt or something, put the underwear on. Changes the costumes and stuff and his hairstyles. But when you make Batman like the Punisher, when you make Superman sit there and let a building blow up and doesn't even help take people to the hospital, it's like, why is he even here? He's useless. He's not doing nothing. So you have all this power, you're just gonna sit there, not even talk to the people, calm them down, and be Superman. It's just he doesn't understand the characters, and people say
Wait,
he
I
understands.
bet LB has the answer as to why Superman was there, don't you, LB?
I always do. It's a
It's
simple.
one word.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like Thanos said. It's a simple calculus. Because
It's a simple calculus. Man, shouts out to Thanos.
I mean,
I wouldn't even say because it's simple. I wouldn't even say that's calculus. It's just simple addition.
Yep. Well, I did want to ask, how do you guys feel Zack Snyder Perp already gave his answer. We can give his answer again. Do you guys feel Zack Snyder with this whole Justice League thing he wants to do? Do you feel like he'll blow his load of content again like he did with his BVS and stuff? Like introduce so much things into it, like a dark side,
okay, that's
blow like a whole bunch of
all
movies.
he's going to get credit for. Everybody is going to praise his work because it's all going to lead up to the fact that Darkseid gets introduced. They're gonna be like, "Did you see that? Darkseid was in the movie, so now it's good." And I was like, "Okay, aren't you this person that was like, just because Vader was in Rogue One, it wasn't good? Didn't you say that last week? But now you just put a character in a movie and it's good?" No, that's not how it works. But I guarantee, the vast majority of these Snyder diehards will say, "Oh, well, freaking Darkseid, like you wanted Darkseid, right? That's where it's at." And I was like, "Yeah, I wanted him to be the bad guy, not to just show up in a fucking cameo like Thanos, because it's not going to go anywhere because it's just an alternate cut, so it's not the fucking movie."
Right. That's why, and that's why, people say, and this just goes back to it when people wanted to not let DC kind of do it. They was going too far with it, but they could have done it their own way. In my opinion, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has the best superhero cinematic schedule and plan. Solo movies, then team up, repeat solos, then the next team up. You get invested into the characters because what the MCU has grown to do.
Well, and inside of the solo movies, it's not just having them be a solo movie, it's having it be inside of its own trilogy or introducing new characters.
Right.
Like you have Iron Man 3 and then you have Black Panther. Like they're in the same phase, two totally different styles of movie.
Yes. And if we also look at it, let's see. The real reason people like the MCU and people say it's because of connected universe, and I'll be honest, it's really not that. We like the characters. Like Iron Man has 2 bad movies, but we love Iron Man.
In your opinion.
In my opinion.
Yeah, but, in your false opinion.
In my opinion.
Your wrong opinion.
Hey man, people love Iron Man, man. He got 2 bad movies, man.
No, your opinion's wrong. Hey, you got a comment in the chat. Let me read it for you. And Caps Levi's
Ooh.
page says, so Warner Brothers think 1 to 2 million Snyder fans are good to listen to and change a film and add and make it a series, but not 5 to 10 million plus Game of Thrones fans worldwide that hated season 7, 8 of Game of Thrones.
Oh my
Tight
god.
WB.
What?
Holy
Bruh,
shit.
Cap Levi, you a genius.
And they're going to
Genius.
spend
I didn't
another
even think
20 to
about
30
that.
million. Oh, man.
I mean, I don't know if
That
this
is
guy. I don't know who this guy is, so he might be being sarcastic or whatever. But like, that's not the same thing.
uh,
It's not
mm,
like you shot an entire TV series season. You can't go back and just remake it just because some people didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like that's not logical
Yeah, it's
at
not like there's
all.
an alternate cut of a season.
Right.
Like if there
yeah.
was an alternate cut of like the series finale where the dragon steps on Bran so he doesn't become king, I bet people would love that.
I mean, I think he's talking on the aspect of the fact of like
Right.
listening
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because
I
look, they
know.
listen to a very small minority compared to a huger minority, and that Game of Thrones season 8 hate actually damaged what was kind of left of Game of Thrones. Like a lot of people disliked it. It wasn't just a minority. I think the same amount of people that hated BVS probably hated Game of Thrones season 8.
Mm,
And if WB doesn't think they're opening themselves up to get clowned on an even larger scale by releasing this alternate cut and how hilarious it's going to be, they got another thing coming.
Yeah, that's whew, at this
Like, I
moment.
guess maybe it'll get some traction, but it is not going to hold people. Like, people will get the 1 week or the 1 month free trial. They'll see the movie, they'll laugh, they'll cancel, and you just wasted $30 million.
Well, see, that's the thing about it too, because if Zach's, I don't know how much money in total he's supposed to get. We know he's supposed to get an extra 20 million. But let's look at it like this, and this is why, in my opinion, you don't put really big budget things on streaming services, right? Let's say, for example, I buy HBO Max, and let's say I host a party with 50 people. I get to have 50 people in this home watching the Snyder Cut on my super huge TV that are not paying for it, and with streaming you can get away with not paying by just sharing your passwords and stuff.
Yeah.
I better
So
not get put
I don't
on the
know
edge.
how
I
big
need
of
a better angle.
yeah, because I don't know how big of a budget this is going to be, but if this is going to be movie quality
We
budget,
need
like
we need a little
175,
stadium seating. We'll get a little platform. We'll put the couch on that. Another
that
platform. Put a couch a little higher. It'll be fine.
right,
that shit gonna look like a CW show.
bruh. But
nah.
it won't look like that. I mean,
Nah.
I think it's gonna not do good though financially, because
Imagine that.
people peep the streaming game, bro.
Well,
All
hang
the,
on a second, Perp. I'll go after K-Dot. Go ahead.
yeah, because I was just saying this, all the young kids and even the older people using streaming services, we're not dumb. Some of us don't want to pay for it, so we ask our cousins, "Hey, Ray, can I borrow that password?" Yeah, I got you.
Well,
Cool.
maybe you should spend less of your money giving Joe these corner super chats and save your money up for these streaming services, bro.
No, I have no problem with spending, but I'm just saying what people are going to do with these streaming services that they in fact do is share passwords. They don't want to pay themselves,
Oh, I
and
know.
yeah, it's just, and that's why I say these big budget things like these is also a mistake to put on these streaming services, like really big budget things, like especially these movies that are intended for theaters and stuff. I'm not saying the Snyder Cut should go to theaters, but what I'm saying is WB is risking a lot, investing money into this, and it don't get traction like they think it's supposed to get.
And a lot, I forget where I heard this idea, like make that shit just an animated movie. They would have made so much more money off of streaming off that. Like,
Yeah, because people love the DCAU. Well, DC fans
Right.
love the DCAU. They watch that stuff like crack. I
They
watch it
couldn't
too.
just they could have put that together in a year.
Yep. Which no Zach
So,
lied saying,
Perp, you were
oh,
talking
that
about
was weird.
budgets.
Yeah.
You were talking about budgets, and you're saying that when we were talking about Swamp Thing, its budget is going to be cut drastically because it was going from online only to the CW,
He's gonna
right?
look like Lou
So,
Ferrigno.
what do you think the budget is like for a show like Stargirl that is online and on the CW? Because it goes on DC Universe first, and then they put it on the CW the day after.
Well,
Yeah,
are they
that's
going to
weird.
merge DC Universe into HBO Max?
Yeah.
I think the
So,
budget's going to get bigger.
but the crazy thing about Stargirl, that was originally supposed to be on the DC universe, and then they just ended up just dropping it on the CW.
I
Which is
know,
weird.
which means it's got a good budget. So if you watch the series premiere, it doesn't look like your typical CW show, at least with the special effects.
We'll see. We'll see.
Man, this actress looked like a teenager.
And the lead character's hot, and you ain't got to feel pervy or anything because I looked it up. She's 20.
Yeah,
She looked like she like 13, 14.
crazy.
What? You think she looks like she's 13? You're ridiculous, man.
She's just a very petite Caucasian woman. That's why she looks like a child, but she's 20. She's legal.
Petite. That's funny.
I mean, when I saw that Stargirl announcement, I was like, who is this Captain American female chick? And I was like, oh, she's a JSA reminiscent. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. I mean, I won't be watching the show, but
Did
Oh,
you watch it?
oh, wait. We got to completely shift gears since we're talking about the CW. Since I got PB here, how do you feel about your girl Ruby Rose walking away?
Oh man, talk about abandoning ship before it completely sinks. Like, I mean, me personally, I could care less that her specifically isn't going to be Batwoman. And from what I read, they're still going to continue doing the show. So they're going to recast it as some other beanpole of a white girl. But I'm sure my wife's going to shit a brick when, like, she's stunned right now. Her jaw just dropped. She's like, what do you mean Ruby Rose isn't Batwoman anymore? Yeah, man, she quit. And I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that her contract wasn't fulfilled because they didn't do all 22 episodes of season 1 like they were supposed to because of, beer flu.
Interesting. Interesting.
Like, I couldn't tell you specifically the reason why she decided not to do the show anymore. I don't know why she would quit doing something like that, but I know all of the showrunners seem like they're gung-ho about finding another alphabet person to take her place.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I don't give a shit about your fucking sexual preference. How about you just be a good actor and be Batwoman? Like, I don't need you to be a fucking lesbian in real life if you're just gonna be kissing women on screen for me to see. I don't care if you do it at home in your house. Like, it doesn't matter to me if you could do it on screen and make me believe that you want to scissor with that bitch.
You just wait till they hire a black lesbian
Oh,
to be
man.
Batwoman.
To play Batwoman?
Yeah.
Oh, people are gonna go crazy.
I mean, that would be wild because I'd be on board for that. The hottest chick on the show is the black chick. I don't know her name in real life, but on the show it's Sophie.
Hey,
Like that episode that she was wearing that silver dress. Oh man, sexy.
What up, Kato?
I was gonna get ready to head out. I had to hop over with Lewis real quick, chime in and give some things on
He's
him.
got to go change his sweatshirt.
But hey,
It's
thanks for
good,
having
bro.
me on. Shouts out to
No problem, bro.
LB, PB. You guys are awesome.
Much love, man. Good talking to you.
Good
You too.
talking to you
Thanks
guys
for the
too.
ego stroke.
Catch you guys later.
All
All right,
right,
bro.
man.
Hit you up.
I mean, Batwoman is not going to be a better or worse show with or without her.
Right.
Oh my God, woman. She's not that great of an actor. You just think that she's hot for some unknown reason. Like, I don't understand why you think she's hot. You can see her ribs. I won't be seeing anyone's ribs when you take your clothes off.
The personality.
Oh my God, she doesn't have a hot personality.
Uh,
You
uh,
just like her smirk and her wink.
unless they hire like Natalie Portman to become Batwoman,
Oh
like
man,
it doesn't matter who they get.
right? It doesn't really
Ooh.
matter.
Natalie Portman as Batwoman. Interesting.
Like
Like
the
that
acting
would that
quality.
then she's covered it all, man. Star Wars, Marvel, DC. Way to go.
Yeah, man. Like the acting, they're just gonna find some random lesbian to be the actors. Yeah.
I
You
mean,
don't gotta be a.
all of the severe stuff, it's not like she's the one doing anything super drastic anyways. It's a stunt double. So, okay. That's not going to change at all.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Who the hell could they get that? I assume it's going to be somebody in their 20s. So, get the chick from Arrow.
Laurel.
No, the Oliver's daughter. Yeah. I'm saying yes to my wife. You know what I'm talking about? The one who is supposed to play the new Arrow, but I don't think that show's going to start.
Who knows?
Like, that one episode was supposed to be the beginning of the spinoff, and I was like, wow, this episode really was fucking stupid and pointless. Why are we wasting time with this in this season?
I'm still mad that Katie Cassidy cut her hair like that.
Oh my God.
Biggest mistake of her life.
Katie Cassidy.
Laurel on Arrow.
Yeah, like she used to have real nice long hair that went like halfway down her back, and it was always like styled real nice. And then she did like the bob cut at like freaking above shoulder length. And it's
You
not
know,
good.
you know who they
Laurel.
could probably get as Batwoman? They probably can get Ellen Page.
I mean, they could. I mean,
Imagine.
I don't think that they're going to get any movie star to do a TV role.
You never know,
Like,
yo.
I think we're setting our sights too high, or else, fucking, hey, what? Just go get Brie Larson. She's already trained, man. Why not? But that's a movie star. Like, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna be casting a movie star. It's gonna be some TV star, and I don't know any
They'll
freaking
find
TV
somebody
stars
cheaper.
that are right. You gotta be the right age. You gotta be able to be affordable, and you have to have the right gender identity or sexuality or whatever the fuck they want to talk about with their quilt bags.
Quilt bags.
You didn't know that was a thing?
No.
Yeah, man, look it up right now. Like whatever your other device is, like anybody that's listening in the chat too, it says there's 11 people watching. Maybe one of them's me, maybe it's not. Who knows? YouTube is weird. Look up the acronym quilt bag, because what they've decided to do is take the LGBTQ blah 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 alphabet people letters, reform them to make a word, and it makes the word quilt bag. So they're just a bunch of quilt bags.
Hilarious.
Isn't
That's
it
funny.
wonderful?
That's funny. Yeah, fucking quilt.
I was like, this guy, I was like, somebody has to have played Mad Libs with these letters long enough to come up with something better than LGBTQIA plus. And I was like, yeah, okay, to the internet. And I searched. And I had to make it to like the second page of search results before I found this thing. And I was like, what is this? And they were like, yeah, you move the stuff around and then it says quilt bag. And I was like, quilt bag? 10 out of 10, man, for the rest of my life. The rest of them will all be known as quilt bags. And only the ones that are the assholes. Like, if you ain't an asshole about yourself, like, if you're just like, yeah, I'm gay, but I don't need to be in this weirdo community over here of people that need to have a parade for themselves. I just go to the Memorial Day parade and the 4th of July parade. That's where the good candy's at. I don't need to be getting freaking rainbow erasers and pencils. Like, fuck that. I need candy.
Right.
So, yeah, you ain't got to call them alphabet people. You call them quilt bags from now on.
That's hilarious. Quilt bags.
Cap Levy's page? Cap Levi's page? Who the fuck is Cap Levi?
Captain Levi.
Casting Batwoman is like finding a hooker that is STD free in Vegas on a Friday night. It's possible, but I wouldn't want to be the person trying to do it. No, yeah, you don't want to be doing prostitutes in Vegas. You got to go up to Reno to the ranch. They get tested weekly.
Yeah, Bob Miller. I definitely want a Red Hood movie. That'd be dope. Or like a whole trilogy. They can make a whole trilogy out of it.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody popping up. 11 people watching. Double digit strong. I feel it.
I mean, people love the Bat family more than they love colored hoods. Like, you see a colored hood, you know who's coming. If you just see bat ears, well, you can't see the bat ears because it's dark out, Terrence. You lying sack of shit. Oh, I can see the ears in the dark. No, you can't. Like my cousin said, there was a freaking street light outside, and you still can't see shit in the dark.
That's factual. That shit, all back and forth you and Terrence, that was hilarious.
Yes, and now Terrence doesn't talk to us anymore.
Yeah, like he disappeared, man.
No, he's still YouTube. He just don't talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, well, he disappeared from us. Maybe he's joined the part of the fandom menace that believes that we are evil.
Nah, I'll go find him. He'll be on the stream. I'll go find him.
You got to message him through Google Hangouts. That's the only way I've ever messaged him. Except for that time for a while there when they had that messaging through YouTube. Like, that was handy. Why'd they ever get rid of that?
Because people, oh my God.
People were
spamming. I don't know.
Yeah.
People were what?
Spamming.
Oh. Damn it. Fucking spam.
You
like,
know
why
how that
can't they
goes.
just leave the spam for the Hawaiians?
You know how that go, man. Every social media network, everybody feel the need to send their links all day, every day. What's up, General Zod?
Where's he
Oh
at?
my God.
No, he's not here. I was just shouting him out.
Oh. You made us look.
You got both me and Perp looking in the chat like, what?
This man should be doing a stream if he's up this late.
Yeah, no shit. Like, he's up this late. What the hell?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, this was a fun stream. I'm gonna start wrapping it up in a few minutes. Keep going. If anybody has any questions in the chat, go ahead and ask them. You know what I'm saying?
King Sloan says the Red Hood got to be an R-rated movie.
Oh, it's well, yeah, because you gotta show Jason Todd getting his shit beat in with a fucking crowbar. If you could show, if you could show Negan cracking Glenn, with a bat, like you could show somebody getting beat with a crowbar.
So what we need is this Red Hood series to be on HBO Max.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be a dope series. I'd watch that. Make that a
Because
series.
then they would, be able to have, I don't know, like not a massive budget like something like The Mandalorian or something, but I would think they'd have, a budget at least the size of The Walking Dead or something like that. Like The Walking Dead's on what, AMC?
Yeah, you know what's crazy about The Walking Dead? It was supposed to be on HBO, but HBO passed on it.
Oh,
That, but
dude,
yo,
like all of them big time shows, like at least one network has passed on every big time show, and then you feel like a fucking idiot.
like if The Walking Dead was on Netflix or like HBO, it'd been doing a lot better than it's doing now.
Yeah, then Netflix would only have a $13.5 billion debt. They're not worried about debt, just like America. It's irrelevant to them because they have constant cash flow. As long as you can pay the interest on your debt, you're fine, just like America.
Right.
Like, you ain't be paying your debt off, but you don't be accruing anymore, so your collectors don't come after you because they're making money.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, I should
man.
say the collectors don't come after you.
Yeah, way different tax bracket. Whole
That's for
different
sure.
tax, whole different tax bracket. I wish I had those problems. Like, oh, 80 billion debt. That's nothing.
Yeah, it would be nice to be in the tax bracket where I need an accountant. That would be great. Like, that's the dream.
Right. That's the American dream right there.
Yeah.
Right? To be at the point where you, like, are almost exclusively only handling personal stuff because everybody's got your business stuff handled because you can afford to pay people to take care of that stuff. That's the
Right.
dream. And then you
Hmm.
can go fishing. Or stay in your cave and eat pie and ice cream.
All right. So Bob Miller says, "Is there any video game series y'all want it to be a movie or TV show? I would love to see Netflix do Assassin's Creed. I want to see Halo.
Ooh.
Even though they did a Halo series, it was kind of a flop. I would just like to see them try it again, put a little bigger budget on it. If not Halo, uh, my second choice would probably be Kingdom Hearts because that's like dumb easy.
I was gonna say Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, oh, man, missing out so
I
much
mean,
money
I
with that.
wanted them to continue making the Prince of Persia movies, but the first one didn't do well enough.
Sure
Because the
didn't.
second two games are way better than the first one. Like,
Because
it expands the story, it expands the lore, it expands everything in its universe. And then, just playing the video game, it was more fun.
Mm-hmm.
like LB, they could literally just take the cutscenes from each Kingdom Hearts game and just put that out in theaters. It's fire.
If they announce it, we know Disney stole it from the Perp show. I mean, the random stream.
Yes. It might be the same thing. I might end up merging the two and just turn the Perp Show weekly. That'd be revolutionary. We'll see how it go.
PSW Perp Show Weekly.
Revolutionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
What day
evolve.
of the week?
Wednesdays.
Oh.
Maybe Fridays. Nah, I like my Fridays. Nope. I like my Fridays.
No, I was thinking of semi-stealing from Zod, and instead of doing late night talks, I put a line through the talks and then I put laughs below it so that we don't have to stick to any particular subject per se or listen to a villain read an article. Unless somebody requests that specifically and he happened to be there, because that's always good for a laugh.
Absolutely.
Like, especially when you can follow along and you're like, nope, that word was wrong. Nope, that word was wrong. He took the R out of that one. Son of a bitch.
He needs to go back to going to the weekly shit or like during the week. I like my weekends.
I don't think that his schedule is conducive for that.
You should start earlier than like go like 9 o'clock or something like that.
Do like late evening talks.
Something like that.
Early night talks.
Or early night talks. Did we just say the same thing?
Yeah.
Early night talks.
Okay.
Early night talks.
I could do that. Like I can. It's very easy to adjust the thumbnail just by switching a word.
Yeah.
Prime time.
Because yeah, I don't know what time he freaking goes to sleep now. If he's got to get up at 5 in the morning to, I don't know, he drives a salt truck or some shit like that. Moving shit around. I don't know. What's it say?
You're not funny as
Perp Cab Confessions would be a good title for late night shows. I remember seeing those late night taxi cab confession shows before I saw Spawn on HBO.
But I don't be in a cab though, so it kind of. But I could get like a background.
No, then you'd have to like do the whole frickin' what do they do? I don't remember what's that frickin' program. XSplit or something like that, where it does the little screen capture thing, so it'll just look like you're in a cab.
Hell, General Zod.
I want to know who started this whole hell thing.
I always wonder that too, because I was like, bro, nah, salute, bro. You don't hell no.
Right. I don't say that hell miss.
Like sound like some cult shit.
Like who was the first person to start using it when? Oh God.
Not in history, but like this whole YouTube space.
Phantom Menace.
I mean, the first one that I can think of is World Class Bullshitters, if I remember correctly, because he always said, "Hail to the Phantom Menace."
Oh, okay.
Which is like a shout out to his followers or whatever.
Funny thing is, somebody the other day, they're like, man, you should go on World Class BS's channel. And it was like recommending some other channels I should go on. I'm like, I don't think that will work.
This shit black man like, oh no.
What are you talking about? There's a black man on World Class BSers. Kendo is black.
Is he black, or is he light skinned?
Jeff black too, but yeah, I'll definitely be the darkest.
Jeff is half black.
I'll be the dark. Hey man, if you're half, you're black.
Right.
Police don't care about that.
I suppose nobody said Obama was half black.
Hey, the police don't care about the other side.
They do not. They do not.
Hey, that's what I tell people. Like when you come with that, I'm half black
like,
or
I can't see the front of you while I'm pulling the trigger.
When they tell you to pull over,
yes,
they're
that's
like,
a terrible joke.
When you pull over, they're not gonna be like, I'm not all the way black. I'm half black. I don't care what you are. You black. Hey man, look, man. Bro. Look, you identify as whatever you want, bro. But like I said, when you get pulled over, them cops don't care what you're mixed with.
I'm just picturing him driving when he was like a younger man, and his mom's teaching him to drive, and he gets pulled over, and he's like, "This is my mom," and the officer leans down, and he's like, "Ma'am, are you okay? Are you safe?" And she's like, "This is my son." He's like, "Did he tell you to say that, ma'am?"
Man.
Oh shit. I mean, have you ever seen his mother before? Like, she's super white.
Who, mom?
Obama's mom.
Yeah, she's
No, I've never seen her.
she's a pale ghost.
I've seen her
Yeah,
dad. I've seen his dad, who's
yeah,
extra
she's-
dark.
Right. So as dark as he is, that's how white she is. She's like from Northern Ireland. She's not actually from there. It's just an analogy.
Oh, Bob Miller got
That's how much sun she gets.
got something for you, LB.
Ain't mom Obama mom dead? I mean, Obama, yeah, ain't she dead?
I think so.
I mean, she might be now. I don't know for sure. But
Yeah,
I don't think that
she's
she
dead.
was
She died
when
in the
he was a
90s.
teenager.
Yeah, she did. She died in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, you could tell she looked like Obama.
Right. So I assume she was the one teaching him to drive, right?
I guess so.
In Hawaii.
I guess. Couldn't tell you, bro.
Which, you know, is kind of funny to me. White lady with her black son living in Hawaii.
Yeah. Oh, Bond. Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that was my wife, King Stone, for sure. Sorry.
Bond Miller. I see you, bro. I see you, bro.
Wait.
Nah, he referring to when we were streaming last week. They kept asking me a bunch of basketball questions and stuff.
Oh, when you were telling your story about peaking in 6th grade.
All cap.
Ain't no cap, bro. All real. Oh man, that was a good one, Bob Miller. Appreciate that, man.
I gotta see them trophies. We gotta post them trophies. We gotta see the proof.
All right, bro. I'll do that one day.
There was an import tax.
Go into the
Couldn't bring
archives.
all of them.
Yeah, man. I'll go into the lonely archives one day and show you this stuff.
You have a lot of runner-up trophies.
Nah, bro.
That's exciting.
Nah. I might be lonely, but I'm no loser.
That's a shirt, man. All right, so I think it's about time to wrap this up. I'm going long enough. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Gotta get up early and shit. Do some adult things. I'm probably not gonna be falling
You gotta go
asleep for
grocery shopping?
Nah. Nah, I'm probably not gonna be going to sleep for like another couple hours. But I gotta get up early, get my day started and shit. But I appreciate everybody showing up. LB, PB, everybody in the chat. Dope conversation. It's the last time we gonna be well, at least I'm gonna be talking about the Snyder Cut on this channel. Whether I be on somebody else's channel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not just on this channel. Like just the like.
No, I meant like on this channel ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not
like
talking
you're not even going to talk about it when it allegedly comes out.
When it comes out, that's when you'll probably hear me talk about it. But until then, I'm not talking about it. So I'll see y'all in 2021 about that. So you know what I'm saying? We'll see, because motherfuckers finna get roasted. I'm sensing it right now. Like,
oh my god, it's gonna be so
roasted.
funny.
Bro, I'm still laughing at this Bob Miller.
It's the only comedy I know that's set to come out in 2021 so far.
Oh man, but yeah. Next Wednesday, I will have the Perp Show, season 2, episode 7, summer vibes. Starting off the summer right. It's finally starting to get fucking warm out. I'm still wearing hoodies out this bitch. Um,
Too
it's crazy.
warm. I hate it.
It's this weather is so fucking weird. Like, cause one moment it'd be hot as fuck, then the next day it'd be windy as shit,
El
and then the next
Nino.
day, yeah, and then the next time it'd be raining like a bitch. It's crazy. I'm over it. It just needs to stay one
Oh,
way.
maybe that's La Nina.
Hopefully this summer they open up these theaters. Cause I'm going day one. Tenet. That's gonna go crazy. I'll be like fake coughing on everybody.
I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
I got it. Go away.
Be
I
like,
need
get
4
away from me.
chairs around me. 12 feet, everybody. I know they said 6. I need 12.
I can cough 12 feet. Stay away.
Right. But yeah, man,
Bring a little
summer is
powder to put in your nose every 10 seconds.
summer here in the East Coast is like pretty much finally here after so many long months of it just being fucking cold. It's annoying.
Oh, we
Um,
finally made it to spring in Wisconsin.
Hilarious.
Huh?
But yeah,
Dude, the
perp show
pile of
next
snow
week.
that was in the neighbor's fucking yard just melted 2 weeks ago.
Perp show next week. I'll probably do another random stream before then. Um, just look out for that. Uh, I don't know what
Ooh,
else I'm gonna drop this weekend because I've been kind of just chilling this month. I haven't been really uploading videos like that. But
you sound like
plan
me.
I plan on changing that by next month because you got the Fuller House farewell season. LB, are you watching that?
The what?
The Fuller House
Oh,
farewell
when does it start?
June 2nd.
I ain't even finished watching the last
Well,
season, man.
maybe.
That last season, man, it wasn't good, man. I turned that off.
Well, that was season 5,
The
part
second
1.
half or something. Yeah, the first half or
That was
second half.
Yeah, this is the second half that's coming out
Oh,
now.
okay. Man, I'll get back to it.
Yeah,
I'll
maybe
get
they'll
back to
bring
it.
back, what is it, that red sweatshirt?
I don't know.
Red sweatshirt.
Talking
Oh,
to
you
you,
mean
Perp.
the
From the
dress that
series premiere.
yeah, the dress you wore?
Oh, yeah, the dress. My bad.
Yeah, she had her titties all out, bro. That shit was wild. I was like, word.
Who,
I'm digging it.
Stephanie?
Yeah. She had a fake Jones out all crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. Wentworth season 8 gonna start. So yeah, we expect to see tons and tons of videos in the very near future. You know, I've just been chilling this month. Till next week or till the next random stream, just check out on my community page, or I'm gonna set it up right after this stream and set your reminders. And till next time, I will see y'all later. Peace.